Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids.co.uk and this is my review of the Pulse Smartpen from Livescribe. Now this is the 2GB version and this is an electronic pen which allows you to capture over 200 hours of recorded audio, and it also tracks what you're writing and interacts with the specially printed pad inside the package. Now there are other versions of this available, but as I say, this is the 2GB version, and let's show you what you've got inside the package. Now we've got a getting started guide here, which is very useful. It actually talks you through sort of setting up the pen and how it interacts with the pad and how you would then connect it to your computer. And we also get a Livescribe pad itself, which I'll show you in greater detail in a short while. And then we get the Livescribe pen itself, which again I'll show you in greater detail in a moment. Also inside the pack we get a little carrying pouch for the pen. We also get a earpiece which gives you better audio. This plugs into the top of the pen. We get some extra nibs for the pen as well. We get one that's another biro which replaces the one that's already in there, and there's also a pencil type nib as well, so you can actually write with pencil, because this actually writes as you use it as well. And we also get a little docking connector which I'll show you now, and this has a USB adapter on one end, or I should say a USB plug on one end, and then this goes into your computer, and when you're docking the pen you simply sit the pen onto the dock like so. So it's got like a magnetic type latch, it pulls it down into the dock, and then with the connector here actually connects that to your computer. This is used for transferring the content off of the pen onto your computer, and also it's used for synchronizing the device. Now let's just take that out of the way very quickly, and I'll show you the supplied pad. So this pad on the very first page gives you some pre-printed data here which interacts with the pen, and it allows you to set up the pen and configure it how you want it to work. This is the pen itself, and it's very straightforward. There's a microphone built in here, a speaker built into the front of the pen there. We've got a normal nib which has got proper ink in it, so it does actually write as you use it. And then tucked away underneath the nib, you're not actually going to be able to see this very clearly, but there is an infrared pickup or an infrared sensor here, so it can track where you're actually writing on the pad. Back around to the top of the device, and we've got the input there for that headset, which gives you enriched 3D sound instead of using the built-in speaker. The on-off button's just here, and if I switch this on you can see the display come on, and this is an OLED display. Very clear, very sharp, gorgeous display for a device of this type, and at the moment it's showing the current time. If I tap on one of these icons here, for example I've got one here for date, then if I tap it will actually show the current date. I can also tap on the battery icon, it will show me the current battery charge. Click on storage, it'll show me that out of the 2GB of space I've got 1712 megabytes available. I've also got audio settings here. My audio quality is set to medium, and my mic sensitivity is set to automatic. Playback latency off. And I can change these as well. There's an advanced audio section here on the bottom of the pad. And at the moment I've got microphone sensitivity to automatic. If I was in a busy conference room or a lecture hall, then I can choose presets which adjusts the sensitivity of the microphone simply by tapping there. So I'm going to set it back to automatic for the menu. I've then got some volume controls here. Again, I can tap up and down to adjust the volume. So I'm going to go back up to high volume for this review. And then I've got some settings here. I can change the settings for time and date, display brightness as well. This is on brightness of 10% or back up to 100% brightness. And then I've got scroll speed, which is the speed that text scrolls across the display there. And I can also orientate the display left and right for whichever hand I use for writing. Now, here we've got a calculator, so you can do simple sums on the pen. I could do 25 times 5 equals, and it displays the answer on the pen there. So very good. If I just clear that off, and it clears it back to 0. Now over to this side of the pad, there is a sheet of stickers here, and these stickers you can stick on various books. Maybe you've got some journals that you use, and this gives you quick access to these particular functions. There's even 3 calculators there which you can stick on various things. You've got access to your calculator that's built into the pen all the time. There's also a demo card, which is really to show off the device. I'm going to use that in a short while. But I just want to flick over to one of the main pages, and this is your main work area for using the pen. The pen does rely on these fine dots that are printed on the pad. You need these fine dots for the pen to be able to track where it's actually been writing. You can buy extra ones of these when you run out from Livescribe. If you've got a PC, then you can print out extra sheets of this paper yourself if you've got a good quality laser printer. So that in the long run will save you some money. Now I'm going to just give you a quick demo of what the pen can actually do. We've got some controls down the bottom here, and the idea is I can write just normally on the pad, and at the same time I can record audio with that writing. So I'm going to tap the record here, and then I'm going to write I need to remember to complete the Pulse Smartpen review. And then I'm going to put here a note, smiley face, sound enthusiastic, because a lot of people say that I sound dull in some of my reviews, so sound enthusiastic, Dave. And then I'm going to click stop. Now that has recorded the audio into the pen, and it's also recorded my writing as well. So when I next dock the pen with my computer, be it a Mac or a PC, it will transfer over my writing, which I could then email out to somebody, for example, and it will also transfer over my audio so I can listen back to the annotation that I've made. Now I can also play this back. So if I click at the beginning of the writing here,
remember to complete the Pulse.
so I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but it's actually recorded the audio. And if I can click anywhere and it will start at that particular point. So if I click on the word note,
smiley face, sound enthusiastic, because a lot of people.
okay, so as you heard there, I clicked on note and it started reading back my voice memo from that point rather than from at the beginning. Now it has got some gimmicky features in as well, and some that could be quite helpful. On this interactive demo card, I've got some translation functions, so I can translate from English to Arabic, English to Mandarin, English to Spanish, or to Swedish. So let's click the Spanish one.
Spanish.
And then when I write, it will actually translate the words and speak them back to me.
Adiós.
And then I could maybe write some numbers.
1, 2.
Very useful device. The translation thing could actually come in handy in your work, but certainly for the main function, which is note taking, this is absolutely fantastic. I can write pages and pages of notes. It will record the audio that I talk alongside the notes, and then it will transfer it over onto my computer so that I can then email it to somebody, or I can bring it into perhaps Word or something like just another application, and easily organise and transform my notes and audio into interactive movies. It's absolutely fantastic. I can even search for words within my notes. So if I've written pages and pages of essay and I want to find a particular piece, I can search for those keywords and go directly to that particular piece. Now, this works with Windows XP 32-bit Service Pack 2 or higher. It also works with Windows Vista. I haven't tested it on Windows 7, but I have no reason to believe that there would be any problem with Windows 7. You can also use it on an Intel Mac, which runs Mac OS 10.55 or newer. And I'm going to end with another little bit of fun. There is also on this interactive demo card a little piano.
Draw your piano. First, draw 9 vertical lines from left to right.
So now I've got to draw my piano. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Connect the lines on the top and bottom.
Now I'm going to connect the lines.
Try again. Write the letter I. This is your instrument icon. Double tap when you're done. Write the letter R. This is your rhythm tracks icon.
So I've got a little piano there. I can draw in extra keys. And I can even get the pen to change instruments.
Vibraphone.
And even get it to play a rhythm. So I just wanted to show you can have a little bit of fun with the pen when you're demoing it to somebody. But the main use, which is note taking, I absolutely love the form factor. It's not too big, it just feels like maybe a big fountain pen. Certainly comfortable to use. The fact that it actually writes means that you get some sort of responsive feel, and it just feels like a normal pen in use. The fact I can dock this with my Mac and transfer my notes across makes it ultimately useful, and then being able to search them and the built-in audio recording really makes this fantastic. I also love this really crisp OLED display. Well, the Pulse Smartpen is going to cost you around about £120 in the UK. You can pick it up a little bit cheaper if you shop around, about $160 in the US. I think it's a fantastic device, and certainly one that I want to add to my kit because I can see myself using something like this a lot. Well, thanks very much for listening. Come back soon and check out more reviews on geekanoids.co.uk. This video review is sponsored by Academy Class, the UK's premier creative IT training centre, authorised by Adobe, Apple and Autodesk.